All right, everybody. What's up? My name is Kipp. I will be running Super Metroid tonight. We got a lot to talk about with the category because we're doing something that is very non-traditional tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and get started, and then we'll do the couch introductions and everything before we get into the full game. So if you guys in the back are ready, I'm going to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
go!
All right, let's do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and introduce everybody on the couch. Everybody on the couch, tell everybody hello.
Hello, I'm Tracy M.
Hi, I'm Rumblemans.
And I am Maniacal. Hello.
And once again, my name is Kipp. And tonight, I'm playing Super Metroid for you. My favorite game of all time, fantastic speed game, which we'll talk a lot about as we go. But we're doing a very non-traditional category. It's called Nintendo Power Percentage. And it's one of our, what we call our extension board categories, so it's not like a normal main category. But basically, I am forced to follow like a 59, I guess 60, if you count getting on the ship, step process where I literally have to do exactly the same thing as the Nintendo Power Player's Guide magazine demonstrated back in, I believe, 1994 or 95, whenever that came out. So basically, there's no real opportunity to route differently. You have to follow their guide step by step. So hopefully I won't forget anything. If I do anything out of order, it actually invalidates the run. So that's going to be the big challenge tonight, is trying to remember, because everything in this particular route is like drastically different than all of our other normal categories. So guys, y'all want to tell them a little bit about what's happening here?
Yeah, well, this is probably the most similar to all the other categories. We're going through series. We're going to climb up here, get on the elevator, and get out.
Ooh, got steamed.
Kipp, I do want to warn you that according to the image, while this route is very fast, because you have limited energy and weapons, the bosses will be difficult to defeat.
That's right, yeah. It's going to be tough. So basically what they did is, the timing on this game, there's, you know, the RTA time, which you guys see on the stream right now, but there's an in-game time that actually doesn't run the full duration of when you're playing. Every time you're in a door transition, it pauses. Every time you press start to menu, it pauses, and I think elevators, it pauses as well, things like that. So back in the day, before, you know, speedrunning this game really existed, people wanted to get the good ending and beat it in under 3 hours, and so this was Nintendo's version of doing that.
It's 3.
It's 3.
Is it 3?
So it's this was Nintendo Power's official, you know, hey, do this in this order, grab these items, kill these bosses, and you should be able to finish the game in 3 hours. However, it's very hard because you will not have as many items as you would normally have, which sounds funny now after speedrunning a bunch of categories.
So Kipp, I know this will come as a great surprise, but you need to get Morph Ball first.
All right, I'll make sure to pick that up. So you're telling me I can go to the left? This game doesn't just scroll to the right?
You've already gone to the left.
Yeah, this looks a lot like the normal any percent or any other category you might see until after that first missile pack.
That's right.
And he's going to go grab some extra missiles then before getting his bombs, but we'll see that play out over the next minute or so.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get a chance here in a moment to demonstrate one of the speed techs of Super Metroid earlier than normal. There's something we have called a mock ball, and what it allows you to do is actually jump and then turn into a ball and land on the ground and maintain your run speed. And that allows you to potentially get under some gates and things like that. So you end up going faster than you normally would. I'm actually going to demonstrate that, or try to, 2 times before I get back on the elevator to go up to get bombs. So normally in most categories you'd pick up these missiles and then you'd leave, but Nintendo Power wanted me, or anybody, to go grab these missiles over here as well. So we'll start off with 10. Here's a mock ball for you.
Because you know you're going to have fewer items for this run.
That's right.
This is pretty brilliant routing because there's not enemies in this room yet, so it's really safe to get these missiles right now.
That is true. So another small thing, there's the second mock ball. Hopefully I got it. I almost forgot to do it. There we go.
Oh, nice.
You'll see me arm pumping. Like whenever you see Samus, I'm pressing R and L to have her angle up and down on her shot. To try to make it simple, every time you execute one of those change in her position, it moves her forward a pixel. So technically, if you arm pump, you know, really quickly, you can actually save some frames and seconds over the run. All right, and now probably one of the toughest rooms in the run. Let's see if I can do somewhat cleanly here. Off to a bad start. All right, let's try again.
Yeah, and what Kipp is doing here is what we call ledge grabbing. So he's spin jumping and then breaking spin with aim down as he gets close to the ledge, which extends Samus's
Not bad.
hitbox and lets you land on the ledge a little bit faster than you would otherwise.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good climb there by Kipp, minus the early wall jump hiccup, but otherwise it was clean. Got through with no damage, and that's really important coming up here. Less important in this because he has the extra missile pack, but to manipulate the drops that Bomb Torizo here can give, being at full health is really important for this part.
All right, so we just got step 4. Step 5 is going to be to defeat Bomb Torizo, who is going to come alive. This fight is actually significantly easier in this particular category, just because I have 5 extra missiles, as you can see, and I'll be able to get to the end of the fight fairly quickly. Got him.
Yeah, very clean. Nice job.
Thank you. So now we're heading to the Terminator room. We have a lot of weird names for the rooms in Super Metroid. We're going to pick up the Terminator E-Tank. And you guys want to explain why it's called the Terminator room?
Well, there's 2 reasons, I think, why. I think the conventional wisdom is that it's called Terminator because you'll be back.
That's my
right.
understanding.
But I also think a good reason for it to be called Terminator is that there's a very clean strat for this room where you just hold down shoot and you murder every enemy in the room on the way down.
Yeah,
So,
you're probably right. Now, see, this is something I need to remember because in almost all the categories that I run, you need to kill these pirates and maintain your health. In this particular category, I do not have to do that. In almost every Super Metroid category you're ever going to run, when you first get down this next elevator down to Green Brinstar, you will perform the first major mock ball of the run to get super missiles earlier than you're intended to. But since this is Nintendo Power Percent and people back then didn't know how to do that, I'm not allowed to do that. So I'm going to have to break my muscle memory of thousands and thousands of runs.
Don't go there.
And instead go
don't do
straight
it.
down.
Charge missiles are the next item, or
There we go.
Brinstar missiles. Then Charge Beam, and then everyone's favorite
Oh, boy.
downloadable content boss. And that fight's non-trivial, so we'll be seeing Spore Spawn today.
Yeah, the Spore Spawn, we have a category called Spore Spawn RTA, kill Spore Spawn as quickly as you can. I'm actually, I think, 4th place in that category, but most people would prefer to fight Spore Spawn with super missiles because then you only need 3 supers and 1 regular missile. I got to get 10 regular missiles in. You can technically do it in a 2-cycle, but I'm going to hope to get a 3-cycle, but I'll be honest with you, more than likely it's probably going to be 4.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens up here in a minute.
Getting 3 shots is not too bad. Getting that 4th one is a little difficult.
All right, now I got to backtrack up because this is obviously the right, routing to do.
yeah, well, clearly you just got Charge Beam, so surely you'll be using that against Spore Spawn.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
All these extra missiles don't mean a thing. It's Charge Beam that got you ready for Spore Spawn today.
That's right. I don't think I have quite enough momentum in this room. Yeah.
I will say, so far the routing, while different than our normal 80% routing, is at least reasonable.
That's true.
So far.
Yeah, we're going to enter a whole new world of crazy later in the run.
All right, so excuse me for a moment. I'm going to try to focus here. Again, it's very unlikely for me to get a 3-round. That's what I'm shooting for, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I only got 3 in there, which means the 3-round is still possible. The only way to get a 2-round is to get 4 missiles in right there, but it's very tight. All right, that was good.
That was a real good one.
I've got 8 so far, so if I can get 2 in on this last one, then I'll have a successful 3-cycle, and that's not too bad. Got him.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Actually, I was just wondering, I thought you were playing the original game. What's this ROM hack with this never seen before boss?
Spospo never gets the love.
Yeah, there are very few categories that actually go to Spore Spawn. Even 100% items doesn't fight Spore Spawn.
All right, super missiles collected. Now we're on to another Brinstar missile pack that's going to be in the Green Hills. area. You'll
Yep.
see in a minute why it's called Green Hills.
Yeah, the longest category, I believe, is the 100% map category. Does do Spore Spawn, but
That's right.
and of course you have things like Mini Boss RTA and like you're saying Spore Spawn RTA.
So now that we have super missiles, we can open these green doors. That's what they're for in terms of progression.
Yep. And this is Green Hill Zone. Shoutouts to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Also, Kipp, I gotta say, everyone in chat thinks you're a noob for using the Nintendo Power Guide
Well, you
to know how to beat the game.
we can't all be prodigies.
You put the pro in prodigy, my friend.
It's interesting that it goes. It's that that green pipe missile at this point.
Well, it just wants to give you as many missiles as possible.
Oh, you know, because Kraid.
That's right.
You need all those missiles for Kraid.
So yeah, we're gonna go down. In normal any % new route, you'd head up now to kill Fantoon, but obviously they did not expect you to do that back in the day.
Yeah, but what Nintendo Power did expect you to do is wall jump.
That's right.
Because we are about to go pick up Spazer without high jump boots.
That's right.
Yeah, this is everyone's favorite wide beam. It's extra thick shot, so you can hit Kraid even better than with the normal charge beam.
That's right.
Extra damage, extra width.
Extra crab.
Because
Yeah.
that's the
Crap.
way you kill Kraid is with charge Spazer.
Yeah, I can only surmise that's what Nintendo Power has intended.
That's right. G-Virus, I don't know if you can hear me, but I think at this point I've already picked up more items than I did the last time I ran for you guys in Atlanta.
I wonder why. Something about ice?
Yeah.
I think it had to do with ice, a category, or
This
low
run is-
percent. That's
I
what you were
know
doing.
that-
Yeah, this run is a lot more comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. I literally think I already have more items than I did in that one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't do the wall jump into Kraid's room here,
Yeah,
so
no,
we
no,
have
I think,
we
I
have
think
to get this high jump.
I think Samus hit her head. Forgot how to wall jump for
Oh,
now.
okay,
We're going to
okay.
go down and get high jump boots now.
yeah, normally you would never come down here to get high jump boots until after you kill Kraid, but in Nintendo Power they don't expect you to be able to do a wall jump. They do expect you to do a wall jump to Spazer. They don't to Kraid for some reason. So we got to come down here, pick up the high jump boots first, and then head back up to kill Kraid.
By the way, one nice little strat he just did is getting that what's that, Nova there, and opening the door beforehand.
Yeah, gray doors usually require you to kill like either all or some of the enemies in the room, and then they'll flash. And if you don't open them, they will be gray again when you come back in the room. So I opened it that way. When I come back out here, it'll be blue, and I can just exit without having to worry about that little enemy down there. So I think Kraid is next. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, let's go kill Kraid.
Kraid and
We're not
Bar
going to do
assume.
heck runs. We'll use
No.
the clean term here.
No, we will not be doing. Whoops, we will not be doing any of those in tonight's run anyway.
I mean, at this time, do we stick only to clean terms? I mean, don't go overboard, but I say,
Hey,
I say
I
hell
don't know
no.
your rule. Okay, then hell runs.
None of those, though.
Nope.
Yeah,
Those
not
are not
Nintendo
safe.
Power. So now that we have the high jump boots, we can just, well, you would
can make
think.
that area.
Yeah, there we go.
Make
I mean,
it
just get
on
right
up
in
there.
there.
Well,
Real clean.
Well, you're just not used to having high jump boots, Kipp.
That's true.
By the
That
way,
is true.
I gotta say, like, a lot of people keep saying that us Canadians are super polite and everything, but I think we're a lot more loose on our cussing there. So I don't know, like,
All right, so now we're heading up to everybody's favorite first boss of the game, Kraid. And there's a quick kill that you can do for Kraid. And I'll be honest with you, it is the only strat that I care about getting in this run. Because if I don't get it, I will never live it down, and everybody will give me a hard time. So
great quick kill hype.
I'm gonna try very hard.
You got this.
Got him.
And there,
Yeah.
nicely.
There we go.
Clap, clap, clap.
So now we get to pick up our various suit here. Shoulder pads incoming. You'll notice she turns orange. Her shoulder pads get a little bigger. That's basically indicating to you that her suit can now withstand heat,
Oh.
which means that we can go now to the heated rooms in Norfair without taking damage.
Yeah,
Thought we were just back in the 80s.
I guess shout-outs to the original Metroid 2 Return of Samus, because I believe that's where the shoulder pads came from.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Well, because it wasn't in color, so they had to do something to distinguish from the power suit, I guess, to the various suit.
It's a good call. I hadn't thought about it that way.
Yeah, even though he's going to have fewer items than he normally would, he does have to grab an E-Tank here on the way out of Kraid.
Oh, well, that extra
before
safety. You need that
going-
extra safety.
Yeah, it's a little extra safety.
I just got to say, 8-Bit is great at pointing out something. I'm pretty sure that the Quake Quick Kill was not intended by Nintendo Power.
Probably not. Probably not.
Or was it, though? The Deer Force
Force knew.
conspiracy.
Well,
Good.
Deer Force knew. I don't know about Nintendo Power didn't know, but Deer Force knew.
Deer Force knew. The real question is if we're going to use the Nintendo Power Fantoon strats.
We are
Oh.
definitely not doing that.
But you have 5 supers, and it should do the trick.
Right, of course. So I do want to take a moment real quick and just say that I don't know if Save or Kill the Animals is ahead at the moment, but a lot of people, I have some friends and stuff that don't, know a ton about Super Metroid, but they're probably watching tonight. And I just want to say it sounds terrible, but trust me, if you donate tonight, please donate to Kill the Animals. It's not as bad as you think, okay? It's not as bad as you think.
Cathedral missiles are.
Oh,
your next
thank
one.
you. I
Yeah.
would have
Oh, yeah.
forgotten that one. All right, here we go.
These are an easy one to forget in 100%, and also easy to forget in Nintendo Power percent.
Yep.
Amen. So, okay. So I actually need to focus for just a moment. Let me try to explain what's happening. There's a room called Bubble Mountain that's about 2 rooms away. You'll notice it because everything will look green when I get there. It's in the next room. So basically, this room is like a tough room no matter what you're running. It's kind of one of the first hardest rooms. But I have to do this room in a like crazy weird way that nobody would ever do in any normal run. So I actually have to first and foremost collect these guys. Then I have to go all the way back to the left and then try to climb up to the top of the room. So just give me a moment. This is actually kind of like a part where I can easily mess up. What I'm doing right now is I'm holding a pseudo screw, which means that it'll make it a little bit safer for me to land on top there. There we go. And
right.
There it is.
kill the
Nicely done.
CAC
Well,
without getting knocked down.
ladies and gentlemen, I would like to point your attention to the bottom left corner of the game feed right now.
So speed missiles
Ooh,
before
nice.
speed booster first.
Hey, let's go, baby. Kill is leading.
Kill is leading with $427.65 and
Missiles,
saves
okay.
at $359.
Whoever just bumped up Kill, I would like to personally thank you. You're amazing.
Yeah, sorry, Kipp. I helped out the save one.
I can't believe I got 2 people on my couch right now donating to save. You guys are traitors.
I'm just trying to keep it close.
Right. All right, so we got Speed Booster. Why don't y'all tell them a little bit about Speed Booster? Oh, actually, I take that back. Give me just a moment. There's a strat coming up that is like kind of exclusive in terms of most of the speed runs to this category. That is way different than anything you normally do. And I kind of need to focus for just a minute. I'm going to try to get across here. Got him.
Got him.
Nice.
Nicely
Nicely
done.
done.
And then missile, reserve missile.
See, there's another place where the way I assume Nintendo Power expect you to do that wall jump up there, which is, for those of us who played the game a lot, we can do that wall jump. It's not too bad. But a beginner, I'm not sure that wall jump would be particularly accessible for someone in 1994 playing this game for the first time.
Yeah, this is a particularly weird part of the route, but it's not even the weirdest. Honestly.
No, it's not.
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah, so tell them a little bit about Speed Booster. I've got some routing I have to do here now. I think, what is it? Ice Beam is next. So tell them a little bit about the properties of Speed Booster, because I'm going to be doing some cool stuff with it throughout the run.
Yeah, so Speed Booster unlocks a lot of great movement tech. If you continue to run for long enough, Speed Booster will give you speed echoes. You can then charge a Shine Spark, which we will use in several parts of the run. You can also do a speed ball. So if you run with Speed Booster, get your speed echoes, jump into a mock ball, then you get this awesome blue speed ball that breaks through a bunch of blocks. It also makes you move faster, which is important in a speed run.
Here's those speed echoes.
Ooh, pretty.
I think I might have got that. Let's
This
find
looks
out.
good.
Got
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's a fairly tight jump there through that room, but Speed Booster lets it happen. Speed Booster, unsurprisingly, is one of our favorite items for a speed run.
Yeah.
Is it a good time for a couple donations? Because they keep
Absolutely.
coming in. All right. So back then we had a $30 donation from Maniacal who says, $5 per Kid Icarus death to kill the animals just like I killed Pit. Good luck to Kipp and breaking up the wall flip failures to get at that sweet Invictus cart.
Thank you, Maniacal.
Jeff G24X with $20 who says, kill the animals, yeehaw!
Let's go, yeehaw.
Maniacal again with $32 who says, $2 for each failed wall flip in Kid Icarus. Kill those animals.
Kipp is going to do a strat here where he freezes these platform guys. I don't even know their name. And then does a mock ball out to get under the gate here so we don't have to take the long way around.
There we go.
Yeah, Tripper is those guys' names.
Yeah, and actually,
don't know why. But
actually, there's an even longer. So if you don't make that, you just bomb one of the blocks up there to get up there. At least that's what we do. The game intended you to do this whole route up above. That again is another one of those rooms you only see in Hundo map. So
yeah, it's the ice tutorial section.
yeah, the ice tutorial section.
Let's go for some Alpha Spark, shall we? Let's try to demonstrate some shine sparking here.
Yeah, so this is not too hard of a shine spark, but it's fairly tight. He's going to kill this Cacatac, shoot the door open, and there he goes.
All right.
Nice Alpha Spark.
Let's celebrate that shine spark with some donations, shall we? We got Chow Oddity with $6.66 who says, let's compromise. Save the killed animals, eat them later. We got Tracy on the couch with two $50 donations saying, sorry, Kipp, save the animals. Slowders27 with $20 says, Metroid Fusion is great, but not worth the frames. Kill the animals.
Hey, Slody, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that.
We got Mako Troid with $25 who says, you got the power, Kipp, the power to leave the animals behind. Good luck, man.
My crew's coming in strong for me right now.
Oh, yeah.
So Kipp, now we're going to pick up power bombs and go to Fantoon, right?
That's right. Oh, wait, not in this category.
Not in this category.
Nope.
Yeah, normally we'd be heading straight up from here to go to Wreck Ship after the power bombs, but instead, for whatever reason, they want you to head back down to kill Crocomire and get more power bombs and grapple beam before heading up. But I assume they want you to have grapple beam because that's the natural way to get into Wreck Ship when you're playing casually. But once again, thank you, Sloders and Mako, and obviously Tracy for the donations and Maniacal. Appreciate it very much.
And it's not even over because we had another $20 donation, an anonymous one that says, good luck on the run, Kipp. Let's bypass those animals. Wait, what animals? I don't remember seeing any animals in this category.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Another $25 anonymous donation that says, kill the animals, also spam.
Spam.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I know who that might be.
$5 from Roos SR who said, that quick kill was incredible.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Roos. I appreciate it. And I enjoyed your run as well yesterday.
We got DLimes13 who donated $13.13 who says, save those 6.03 seconds.
Let's do it.
Epic Android with $10 who says, go get him, Kipp. Save the frames, kill the animals.
Yo, thank you, Epic. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, so Kipp
That's
said
it for now.
He's got to go to Crocomire, get more power bombs and grappling beam, but that's not even true. He's got to go to Crocomire, get an energy tank, then get a grappling beam, and then get more power bombs because that is the route.
And there's a missile in there too.
And
there's
two missiles, and then wave beam.
There's a weird part about this with that energy tank that we'll get to when he gets there.
By the way, we're just a little bit over $100 to get Invictus All Exits category. So let's keep him coming. Also, nice. $25 gives you a chance to win the Invictus custom cartridge, which is the Super Mario World ROM hack that Electronic Logic will run tomorrow. That same cartridge is going to use for the run. We're raffling it. So every $25 donation or higher gives you a chance in the raffle.
Speaking of which, why don't we let Logic get up here on the couch for a few minutes here. I've got several people that I actually want to get in and have them come and commentate for like 5 minutes. So Logic, where are you at, man? Come on up here.
Batter up.
All right, Logic, I'll hand it off to you, man.
Here you go. Thank you.
My man Electronic Logic over here crushing the Quickie World 2 run a minute ago. And Logic, how you doing tonight, man?
Superb.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about this Invictus cartridge again, because everybody's donating and they want to crack at getting this for themselves. So what are you doing with it?
Basically, we're giving it away. Everybody who donates $25 or more gets an entry into the raffle. And yeah.
Awesome. Logic runs a little bit of Super Metroid as well.
Nice.
Very little.
Now, Kipp, you said we came down here to get grapple, but you're not even using it to get the energy tank.
I know, man. What can I say? I was impatient.
Yeah. It's super dangerous, all that acid hurting you there. I mean,
I know,
that's
but
just
they just expect me to do
not
it.
safe.
Dude, let's go.
There we go.
I didn't even think I was going to get it, so I didn't explain it, but that was a double frame perfect input on the jump. This is called a blue suit, or I guess a spike suit, which I'm only going to save for a few rooms. The next time I press R or up, it will activate, so I got to be really careful that I don't waste it. I want to use it to save about 4 seconds in the pre-grapple room. Let's go. I'm actually pretty pumped. I thought there was no way I was going to get that.
You're giving yourself too little credit.
Well, I
Come
mean,
on, man.
you know, when you do something that's double frame perfect, we all try to pretend like, oh yeah, I can do that easily, but come on, man. It's pretty easy to miss. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is spin jump and then hit R to activate the spark, and then I'm going to spark left, and that's going to save me about 4 seconds from having to run back downwards to get the right momentum to get over here.
Nicely done.
And grappling beam, everybody's favorite beam.
Excellent.
All right, now I'm going to try to get the best mock ball in the game. Let's see if we can get it here. I didn't quite get it, but it close. If you do that input correctly, you can actually continue your extreme speed right there. All right, so now I got to grab the power bombs. This is an item that I've actually lost runs on because it's like very weird to grab them at this juncture, and I sometimes forget. So we're going to go up here and grab these power bombs. This will be the last power bomb pack of the run. And now I believe is another weird section where we go to Bubble Mountain to get more missiles and then wave beam.
We're going to go pick up wave beam. That'll help us.
It'll let us shoot through walls.
Not actually going to help us that much.
Very good.
It'll let us shoot through walls.
It will let us shoot through walls.
All right. So Logic, what's your favorite part of playing this game? You ran some 100% for a while. What do you think about Super Metroid as a Kaizo player?
Oh, it's definitely one of my top 3 favorite games of all time.
Excellent. For anybody out there interested in speedrunning any games, I would like to just take a moment and say that Super Metroid is incredibly gratifying. It's one of those games you can sink a ton of time into. We have a very supportive community of people on our Discord and everything that are very helpful to new runners. So if you're ever interested in getting into it, I would highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, I'd have to second what Kipp says. A lot of really good people that have helped me out the last year since I've started speedrunning this, including the people here, Kipp, Maniacal, and Rumble.
That was actually a really subtle, different Bubble Mountain strat too that we don't really use in any other category. You almost never come up to Bubble Mountain from that entrance. So that's, that's a really cool strat.
So Kipp, how come you couldn't do that thing with the spikes that you did with the acid in the?
I don't know. I guess I was just too nervous to do it before.
All right. Well, now we're going to pick up the most important item in Nintendo Power %.
Oh God, I almost forgot. All right.
Yeah. Don't worry. I wouldn't have let you forget because clearly, even though we have a guide telling us exactly what to get in what order
and where
it's at.
Oh no.
We need to go get X-ray so that we can find our way through this very, very difficult, complicated maze of a game.
That's right, and all that yelling y'all just heard in the background, that was definitely not like a gaming tournament going on. That was them getting hype about X-ray. We got a lot of people back here that are very excited about getting X-ray beam or X-ray scope.
You could do some X-ray climbing or something just to make it.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I literally could not because I've never done any of that before. I don't run any of those categories.
It is probably the most broken item in this game.
I'm a no major glitches man. All right, so one small thing real quick. After I get X-ray, I'm basically heading up to Wreck Ship to do Fantoon. This portion of the run, you kind of want to be careful with your health, so I'm actually going to forgo doing a second Alpha Spark here and save about 50 or 60 health for it. It is faster to do the Alpha Spark again, but I want to sort of maintain a certain number of energy over the course of about literally like the next 10 minutes, because the next energy tank I pick up will be quite some time later and I have to go through some difficult sections. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as sort of a bit of a safety here.
This from someone that normally runs low % icing. It goes to Fantoon with 1 E-tank and no suits.
Right. Well, also this room that I'm about to run right here is a nightmare.
No,
so I'm going to apologize in advance for this one. Good. I was able to limit the number of times that I was hit by the spikes. All the hits that I took right there were from the waivers, which is perfectly fine. And here's our X-ray scope, which we will hopefully never use.
X-ray scope's biggest use is accidentally switching to it while you're running through Torian.
That's right.
Yep.
That or wrong warps, you know.
That's it. Yep, you're right about that. All right, so let's try to get back through here without taking too much damage.
By the way, to everyone watching, Kill is still ahead with $467.66, and save is at $359. If you want to save the animals, now's the time to give those donations in. Also, $25 nets you a chance to win the custom cartridge for Invictus Super Mario World ROM hack that is actually going to be signed by the runner himself, Electronic Logic. It's got the our logo and the name of the event and everything. It's one of a kind cartridge. None will be made ever after that. So get your donations in. And also, we could probably break the $2,000 mark and get the Invictus All Exits category on.
Great red tower, then right into the Vileplume.
Yeah,
That is a really fun red tower he just did. Normally, you don't have Ice Beam in any well, okay. No, normally in most categories, you don't have Ice Beam there. So you're doing other strats to get up there with wall jumps. With the Ice Beam, he's able to do that nice little Ice Beam shot in the right spot to get up there real quick.
All right, so we're about to, in some ways, sequence break here. I mean, not really, because in Nintendo Power, you're not sequence breaking anything because you're doing exactly what they tell you. But I'm going to do a strat that would help you sequence break in our main category, any percent if you're doing old route, which is the more traditional and sort of like best way to do it when you're first getting started. So we're basically going to, when I get over this moat here, we're going to use a Shine Spark to make it over to the wreck ship instead of going slow and using Grapple Beam. So I basically, to get this Shine Spark, I have to do what we call a short charge. I'll try not to explain it too in depth, but basically I have to do a series of inputs to make me get the blue suit faster than normal. Normally, if you just held down dash and ran right there, you would run into the water before you got the blue suit. So I actually tapped the dash button on certain frames of her run animation to fool the game into thinking that I had it pressed down the whole time.
Yeah, the game only checks if you're holding the run button on certain frames of Samus's animation, and so by not holding the run button on the other frames, you run less far and can charge in a shorter distance.
Hey, let's try some swag strats. Speaking of that,
Let's do
this
it.
will be nice.
Speedball. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
let's go.
Well, while Fantoom is getting dressed and ready, we got Claire, who donated $20 with You Know What to Do, Kipp. 64-bit Link with $10 said just needed to donate more for that spike suit. Good luck, Kipp, and kill those animals. And Namdates. Let's go, Kipp. Here's $20 to kill the animals. They show up in Metroid Fusion later anyway.
Hey, thank you, Nam. Thank you, Claire. And thank you, Link. I appreciate it very much. Okay, we got a mid. All right, good. I have a
Very
potential
good
to 2-round here. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, no, just barely off. I can still get a 2-round technically, but he gave me a fast pattern, but I just barely missed the shot. Yeah, I mistimed that a little bit. I'm going to have to wait.
Oh, he's being
There
real
we
nice,
go.
though.
Yeah, he was very friendly tonight. So 3-round mid fast for that one.
And no using supers to the end.
Also, I just want to point out
I
that
don't know.
with the splits list, we actually use the exact naming scheme that Nintendo Power used for every
Defeat
split.
the worst
Worst
boss
boss
ever.
ever.
That's funny. All right, so now we're going to pick up our second super pack of the game. And then head straight to Gravity, then to Spring Ball.
Yeah, that is an interesting
That is
order
a
for
very
Nintendo
odd
Power to
order.
put things.
Very much so.
And I think if you don't know already, you'll see why when we get there.
All right, let's do this, shall we?
By the way, I'm getting some reports from Chad that some people say it's your birthday. Is that true or is that just trolling?
Like, my birthday?
Yeah.
It's definitely not my birthday.
It's not your birthday?
Yeah, definitely not.
Well, we're going to party like it's your birthday.
Okay. I'll be happy to. Of course, my version of partying is basically just chilling and playing Super Metroid, so I think I'm already doing
Well,
it right
that's
now.
exactly what I mean, man.
Perfect.
Let's keep this party rolling.
Oh, I already beefed this strat pretty bad.
Addict strats. Let's do it.
There we go. I didn't quite get the mock ball that I wanted there. Okay, so now we're going to head over here to pick up our gravity suit. I got to go through a spiky room, which I'm going to attempt to only take 2, hits of damage before I get to the end, which shouldn't be too bad with Speed Booster if I get the right momentum. I just need to make the correct jump here.
You know, if you used grapple, you wouldn't have to take any damage.
That is true, but it would be very slow. All right, so let's all just chill out for a little bit
Yeah,
here.
take a little coffee break.
Logic, thank you for coming up and talking with us. Maniacal, you want to come back and get ready for the spring ball hype? And once again, Logic will be running Invictus tomorrow around, I think they updated to like around 3 o'clock or so. Yeah.
We're looking for
Very excited. We'll be back for that. So Logic, the man, the myth, the legend of Kaizo fame.
Oh man, that was a nice wrecked ship there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we got another donation that came in. Mass Hysteria, who donated $25 and says, "Runs going great. Runs going great, Kipp. Don't get discouraged that the couch on their phones checking social media instead of watching the run. Kill, kill, kill."
Thank you, Mass. I appreciate that. Mass is one of my best IRL buddies. And the funny thing is I bet you guys are all looking at the route.
Yep.
Yep.
We are.
100%.
But it's on the screen, though.
That is true. I guess.
By the way, I do want to point out an interesting little thing that does sort of happen every once in a while. So he picks up the gravity suit, but it is actually possible to clip right through that by accident.
It is.
Which is an absolute run killer.
Oh.
My health is very questionable right here, by the way. So you know what I'm going to do? I think earlier we had a donation by one of our best runners, Sloters27. And so I think
you should showcase.
Yeah, let's pay homage to Sloters and visit his refill just to make sure in a marathon setting that we don't have any unfortunate deaths happen. Because in Super Metroid, if you die, it's over.
Yeah.
You don't get to.
It's a roguelike.
Wait,
Yeah.
you didn't take any saves.
I haven't saved, yeah. So.
Well, you did save once when you landed on the plane.
Oh, right.
Right. Oops.
Apparently 3 times. Insane Firebat would tell us.
That is true, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got an announcement to make.
Go ahead.
Ben Showslide donated $25.21 and says, $2,000 hype!
Let's go, baby.
Good job, guys.
So we call this the Sloters refill. Perfect timing for our $2,000. Very happy, by the way. Just want to take a moment to say very happy to be raising money for One Up on Cancer. Excellent organization, and I'm just really happy to be a part of NoReset. So thanks to all the guys behind the scenes that put this on. But yeah, we just got the Sloters refill, which put us back at full health. Now we're going to head into Meridia. We got some weird rooms that you would never go through in most of the normal categories. So this is where the run starts to get really bizarre.
I think it's just that Nintendo Power knew how great Spring Ball was.
Yeah, Spring Ball
It
was a
like,
great item.
You should get this as soon as you get to Meridia.
It's in the worst part of the map, but it's a great item.
That's right. All right, I'm going to try to pull off a somewhat difficult strat here. I'm off to a good start. If I do this correctly, I got to... hold on. Okay, we're good. I had to like sort of delay that shine spark to make sure I didn't bonk the door.
Because sand physics is the worst. We don't want to go through sand physics any more than we have to.
Amen.
Sand physics and ice physics are 2 things that are never fun in any game ever.
See, the crowd's going wild for Spring Ball, y'all. Let's go.
Spring Ball hype is real.
And this jump is really tricky because the
Real
sand is
dumb.
nicely done. Sand is always pulling you down, and you got to get a high jump off at the top of it. So nicely done.
Which is why it's weird that they have us get it now instead of after the next item. Or it's not the next item, but one of the coming up items.
Yeah, for the record, Spring Ball is not required in any capacity to beat the game. Some of the other items are actually, needed to kind of get to the end, but this one is just, they wanted you to collect all the major items, so they put it in the route.
I think also they want to make sure you get that missile pack at GT.
Right.
And this makes sure you don't fall.
That's true.
Well, and the aforementioned Sloters, it's his favorite item, so you got to pick it up just for him, if nothing else.
Hey, exactly.
Well, by the way, I got to say, no matter whether we save or kill the animals, Shack Tool is the unspoken victim of this game.
That's right.
Let's have a moment of silence for Shaq.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, Kipp. Are you a kill Shaq Tool or a let Shaq Tool live person?
Well, you know, I'm just I'm a to be quite honest with you, I'm a whatever the fastest thing is kind of guy usually. Which is why I'm pretty anti-save the animals. But apparently Shaq Tool is not an animal. He's actually a machine.
I believe he's a
I
machine.
believe it's a machine.
He's a
Yeah.
digging machine.
So now we got spring ball so we can jump in ball form here, which will allow us to do a few kind of neat strats along the way that you normally wouldn't get. So I'm going to run by Shaq Tool and let him live if that's okay with everybody. Have a nice day, Shaq Tool.
Well, he'll die with the planet
By the
anyway.
way, there's a series of ROM hack called the Shaq Tool Saga. I don't know if you know.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, you have to check it out. It's funny. So Little Garden's actually pretty cool. It's bugged out. Sometimes your game will wipe if you reset the but
That's
it
a
is
brutal
fun.
ROM hack.
It is fun, though.
Did you reset? I'm erasing your game.
Yeah, we're going to see another animal coming up here real soon.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually an animal that is
Neither
tougher,
Edakun.
tougher than any other creature in the game.
That is true.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, neither Edakun nor Decora.
Oh,
It is a Totori.
That's right. Real quick, I'm going to go for a strat here. It's very possible I fail and end up having to turn around, but I'm going to try to get this gate
Oh,
glitch.
yeah, let's see it. Let's demonstrate this.
Let's
Oh,
go.
first try.
All right, so
Yeah.
that saves some routing here to the next item.
Yeah, it turns out if you kind of jump towards the green gates and shoot a super, the super spawns on the other side of it and can open it for you.
Yeah, I read that in Nintendo Power when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, it's right here. It says, you know, get spring ball, then green gate open. It doesn't say glitch because it's not a glitch. E-tank first. And there's a nice timely energy refill as well.
Yeah, this is the hardest part of the run. Like, if you don't get the slow to refill and you're trying to make it all the way through that long section before you get here, there's a bunch of places and strats where you're purposefully taking damage to go fast, and that's like the only real major part. Now, if I die from this point forward, like, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but if I die from this point forward, that means an absolute catastrophe happened, or Dragon really got me on the chain damage. So let's hope that doesn't happen here. Oops.
Well, you could go grapple. Grapple kill?
Oh no,
Nope, you're gonna.
No, I've got to
That's
go
too
for the
slow.
speed kill. Yeah.
Maybe that's why you needed spring ball here. Make sure you get these missiles.
That's
Oh,
right.
there you go.
I can get in and out without even having to unmorph.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point, I want to take off the ice beam and the spazer beam and only leave on the wave beam. If you guys want to kind of briefly explain why. And then when we get to Botswoon, if I could get everybody to just give me like a few seconds of silence because I need to use the audio cue to try to set it up. But go ahead and try to explain it.
So Kipp is going to use a technique called a special beam attack on Botwoon and on Dragon. And what that is if you have charge beam and exactly one other beam equipped, and you select power bombs and hold a charge shot, you'll get a different special beam attack depending on which beam is paired with charge. The most useful one that we use quite a bit in a lot of categories is the X Factor, which is wave and charge. We'll create 4 particles that travel around Samus and do this 300 damage apiece, which is equivalent to a super. So he'll use that in openings both for Botwoon and for Dragon.
Well, I'm gonna try to.
You're gonna. I have faith.
A lot of people also use those X factors for Fantoon or Ridley.
Yep.
Oops, I didn't do the short charge correctly. There we go. All right, let me get this real quick. Up, a little off. I couldn't quite hear it, but I jumped a little bit early.
Oh,
Oh,
still got him on the way back, though.
I think that got it.
one,
Yeah,
there we go.
So not
Still
too
very
bad. Yeah, not too bad. And now we're going to come up on another kind of sort of hallmark trick of Super Metroid. It's probably about 50-50 for me whether I get it or not. It's called a full happy. If you guys want to try to explain what I'm going to attempt to do.
Sure. So Kipp is going to charge another Shine Spark. He's going to run through this room, open the door, charge Shine Spark at the beginning of the next room, try to wall jump up the wall, open the door, get through the door, jump and use the Shine Spark all before the Shine Spark timer runs out.
This is going to be really close. Let's
Nice.
go.
Oh, God.
Done.
Full health feed.
Yeah, the artificial
Yeah.
tension there.
So the
Had it
reason
all the
that
time.
Don't forget the misses.
So the reason why that's called the full halfie, originally it was thought you couldn't do the full halfie, the full room without TAS. Eventually it was figured out that you could. What people used to do is they do what we called the halfie because they went halfway through the room.
Right, and then I started running the game. And, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, in the halfie, you actually start the Shine Spark in the room before, and it still saves a decent amount of time, but you bonk yourself halfway through the room and have to finish jumping the rest of the way.
By the way, shout outs to Grapple, the intended drive being the absolute worst way to go through that room.
Yeah.
If you miss it, if you miss the halfie or the full halfie, typically you'll do wall jumps up those columns. Now you
Really
might
nice
have,
opening.
yeah, you might have noticed
opening.
in the bot wound fight when the X Factor, the one particle didn't hit, that he couldn't shoot anything. That's not as much of an issue with Dragon because you're not going to be shooting as much. You're trying to get him with the Shine Sparks and hurt him that way.
So I didn't do that
Oh,
perfectly,
nice.
but still relatively quick. Normally I would go for another one of those spike suits, but I actually, like, it's very, very difficult to get the inputs with Spring Ball on. Like, I literally have only done it one time. It's way different. So instead of going for it, I just get next to the door, and we'll activate this blue suit in a minute and try to do a reverse halfie here in a minute.
Yeah, and it's not a reverse full half, by the way.
Right.
It's a reverse half, even though it goes the whole distance.
And,
That's
and
right.
there is a difference between that blue suit that he's got right now and the spike suit that he had earlier.
Yeah,
in terms
basically.
of
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
which is the input? Is it the run input? You can't. This one?
Yeah, if you have blue suit, you'll keep it until you hit run, and then the game rechecks and be like, oh, you're not running anymore, and takes it away.
So Space Jump allows you to jump in the air basically indefinitely on kind of a cooldown, but the good news is when you're in water, like we are here in Meridia, hold on. Whoops. The cooldown is actually a lot less, so it's a lot more forgiving.
Yeah, Space Jump works a lot better in water. It's my personal favorite item. A lot of people hate it though because it's very finicky, especially when you're out of water.
Right.
It's also required to get a missile pack coming up here as Kipp gets Plasma Beam and heads to Lower Norfair.
That is true.
So that's why you had to get it in this route.
Yeah, and it is kind of weird the way it is required for that missile pack, but yeah, it is required.
Yeah, and we'll explain that when we get to Lower Norfair. But Plasma Beam is the last item we're picking up in Meridia. And Plasma Beam is by far the strongest beam. I think it basically triples your damage from Spazer. And it's also the only beam that pierces some of these enemies like these space pirates.
All right, so my health is, it's not in bad shape or anything, but again, especially for a marathon setting, I don't want to have anything crazy go wrong. So I'm going to be killing a few a few enemies along the way. Luckily, I'm at full power bombs at the moment, and so here in a minute, I'm going to be killing some crabs. Oh, dang it. I'm going to be killing some crabs, and they have power bombs and large health on their loot table, but since I'm full on power bombs, they're just going to drop large health for me. So by the time we get to Lower Norfair, we should be in perfectly fine shape.
By the way, that tube that he just went down, we call that the toilet.
That's right. Watch your language, Tracy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Super Metroid's got all sorts of neat room names, honestly.
Yeah, there's actually a room name for every single room, but some of them are just less used than others, so most of us don't know all of them.
I just love Business Center.
That's a good
Center's
one.
a good one.
It's a tough room.
And the attic, because I love the attic strats.
Business Center where we're going to be coming into here in just a second. So we'll get to see what the Nintendo Power Business Center strat looks like.
Yeah.
So in a normal old route run, this is about where you'd go pick up that ice beam. Now, Kipp's already got it, so he doesn't have to get it.
Yeah, he's got full beam just right on to Lower Norfair through the Frog Speedway.
I need to point out a small discrepancy for what you're currently seeing on the screen, because if you're not looking carefully, it might look a little funky. But 53 is a Norfair missile, and then 55 is like below that. It says Super Missile. there's a step in between 54, which I believe will be
important step.
kill Golden Chorizo. And there's actually been people that have run the category who have invalidated their run by accidentally picking up the super missile before killing Golden Chorizo. So I got to make sure that I don't do that so we don't invalidate this run.
Well, and this is in some sense the most dangerous part of that run because of that first Norfair missile.
I missed the D-boost. Well, I'm going to sit here until I get it. How about that?
It's worth
Go
it.
for it.
There we go.
Super cool D-boost. First try, easy every
Nice
time.
chronic boost.
Easy every time. Okay, also I need to put Ice Beam back on. I try to do that during elevators. I think I saved a few frames by doing it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Yeah, basically, Samus goes down further while you're paused, and so doing it like if you hit start and then hit down on the elevator and then do your menuing, you save yourself a few frames.
I beefed it. I was going for a cool spring ball strat there. It's a little tight to get, but I was going to try to spring ball across.
Yep.
There is one really great strat using spring ball that I'm going to attempt here in a few minutes when I get to the Metal Pirates. I'm going to try to set up like a 3-room-in-a-row strat that utilizes the spring ball. I will be honest with you, though. It's probably the hardest, strat that I go for in this run for me to pull off. So we'll see.
So a couple things. So that last bit where he had to sit into that chorizo to get the acid to fall down, that is, and this is the missile I'm talking about. He gets it, no problem. The acid doesn't fall down unless he has space jump. Doesn't matter if you can get there, and you can get there.
All right, so I got to kill GT before I grab that super pack.
That is correct.
Had he fallen down there without getting the missile, he would not be able to finish the run because you cannot get out of this room without killing GT.
Correct.
And that would be out of order.
And by the way, in terms of the split, I do apologize. I just realized that we're missing 54, which was the Golden Chorizo, so I duct taped it, together with the missile pack.
Nice.
Solid fix.
Because I can't add a split while it's running, but I can edit the split.
And the other thing I wanted to point out, for a second it looked like he was going the wrong direction, going the normal direction, muscle memory. But if you start the space jump from further back and get the little bit of speed echoes there, you can get all the way through. If you don't, you're going to get hit by steam as you go through the room. So that's why he went back that way.
All right, people, we are supercharged. Let's have some fun with the new items, shall we?
Yep, the most overpowered item in the game, Screw Attack.
Yeah, all we've got now is Ridley's E-Tank, and then Kipp will be pretty incapable of invalidating his run provided he does not grab any additional items.
Yeah. No power bombs of shame here.
This is my favorite part of the run. It's the most fun. I get to do a lot of GT Classic. That's another category that we have in our community. But I get to do a lot of GT Classic strats because I have the same item set. But a lot of this is a little tight, so I'm going to try to be careful here. I'm going to try to kill 2 of the key hunters in this room, so that way when I drop power bombs later, the room will lag less. So there's the first one.
Nice.
Spring ball. All right, so the next room is called Wasteland, but the room after that has the Metal Pirates in it. I'm going to try really hard to focus, but it's a very tight strat, and if I don't get it, sorry, but it does look cool when it does happen. Well,
that platform did not want to let you through.
It did not. All right, Here we go. Let's see if I can get this. It's going to be pretty tight. Nope, off to a bad start. So I already beefed it. Okay. So I'll just try to do the backup plower house if I can. Oh, so close.
Almost.
Those are some of the most fun rooms, and they look the coolest when you get them, but when you don't get them, feels bad, man. All right, let's try to kill the biggest troll in this game, Ridley here.
It's always amazing to me how when you have 6 E-Tanks, how little energy this looks like, even though it's about what you might come in with in a typical 90% run.
Yeah, as useful as Screw Attack is, it does not protect you from Ridley's tail.
Nope.
Everything else, you're A-okay. Ridley's tail, the most overpowered thing in this game.
This will take 20 shots,
Got
and
him.
he's done.
That was a little more. That was a little sloppy, but we're fine.
I appreciate you providing some drama.
Well,
Yeah, there's a little bit of tension there. I
it's
was
a
like,
good thing that the next item's an E-Tank.
That's right.
the
And-
final item.
The last one we're picking up.
Of course, in theory, with Screw Attack, if I wanted to go really slow, I could just go really slow and then jump into every enemy, basically. But no, we're in good shape. Now we just need to speed our way to Torian and get ready to kill some Metroids and kill Mother Brain.
Yep.
Do it. And it looks like some animals, unless those save the animal people get a move on.
Hey, my crew coming in hard today.
I did my part.
If you want to see
More-
the animals saved at home, it's
Now or never.
5:66 to 3:59, and when Mother Brain 2 dies, when her head hits the floor, that's when it's going to get cut
Or
off.
if
Mother
you want to
Brain
see
three.
them kill, you can still donate
two.
towards save to try and, drive the donations. It's for a good cause. I mean, I'm just saying, unless you're a terrible person, you want to both kill the animals and not raise more money.
Oh, I missed the speedball there. But yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I will echo that. Obviously, I'm rooting for kill the animals, but if save the animals wins because they get more money, that's cool with me because it's all going to a good cause.
But save the animal means more Super Metroid. How can that be bad?
That's true.
You've got a very good point there. Which will now be my #1 argument for it from this day forward.
But I would say people have, what, about 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe a little
probably.
less,
Maybe.
but roughly.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can get this.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's a really fun room.
Well, especially when you have space jump, screw attack, and a whole lot of energy.
Yeah, this room is generally a lot scarier, but with plasma, screw attack, 7 energy tanks in a reserve,
Easy peasy.
even I can get through that room.
But you might be tight on resources, so this run could be a little more dangerous than you're accustomed to.
All right, we are in good shape.
This is going to be our final visit through Bubble Mountain. Saw you a lot this run.
Yeah, again, this power bomb has to go off to open the way down here, so had to kill some of those enemies, a little lag reduction strat. So Kipp fired off a couple missiles there on his way through. It was well done. And a third shot at getting across this save room.
Well, at least that
one
didn't
for
strike
3.
out. I went 1 for 3. Right?
What-
1 for 3 is not bad.
Not
1
bad.
for 3 is about as well as I do at
that's
that.
that's a really good batting average in baseball. So
That's true.
It's just a really tight jump, not a lot of great cues for it, and you're moving real fast, so.
And even when you don't get it, like when you get it, it saves you like 10 frames.
Yeah,
Maybe, like
it's-
something
Yeah, it's not
small.
much.
Yeah, you still have to wait for the blue door to open, so it's not like you're gaining a whole heck of a lot. But it looks real cool.
It does look real cool.
All right, so we're going to head up Meridia here. We're only going to be in Meridia for a few rooms here. And we're going to come out where we went to wreck ship earlier. So, whoops. So this is going to be the fastest path to get back to the surface because the surface is where we want to go to get to Torian.
And that fish there is the only red fish in the game.
I
just-
believe that's because that fish has Varia suit.
He doesn't need it anywhere around here, but yeah, maybe he's got it. Does he have big shoulders?
I think he
Maybe.
does.
Okay, yeah, big fish shoulders.
So if you look at my ammo, luckily in this run, considering how much ammo we're forced to pick up, I guess would be a better way to put it. I'm not really worried about my super count. Normally in like an 80% run or something like that, you would, just barely got that guy.
That was close.
You would want like, a bunch of supers and you would be worried about the drops. I'm going to run relatively aggressive strats in Torian just because I don't care about my super count.
yeah, I mean normally in 80% you're going to have either 15-10 or 20-10. Especially if you're going to go 15-10, that super count is hugely important. If you don't get enough drops, you can't get through. You have to either go back or refill or maybe redo a room or various ways you can take care of it. But once you go through one of the doors, it doesn't let you back. So if you don't have enough ammo to go through Mother Brain 1, you're done.
All right.
That's not an issue here.
That's true. And so now that we got a moment to rest, we have a special guest in the audience that I would really like to bring up onto the couch. We'll see if she's willing to do so or not. But Mr. Rumbleman's here. His wife, Betty Rumble, has also driven from Austin to come see this. Betty, why don't you come up and do a little commentary with us, please? Y'all give it up for Betty Rumble. The couple that plays Super Metroid together stays together, right?
Oh, then I might be in trouble because my husband, his video game career ended with Pong. So.
So Betty, how are you?
I'm cold.
You're
I'm
cold?
doing all right.
Yeah,
It is a little chilly in here.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us. Tell us all about your experience with Super Metroid. I know you have a lot of running experience with us. What's your favorite part about it?
I think the music. I guess I'd have to say, yeah.
Good
Bad choice.
answer.
I hear this stuff even in my sleep, I think, now.
Good answer.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I just want to say that all 4 of you on stream right now, you're my real golden 4.
Nice. So yeah, we're in Toria now, and unfortunately we don't have cool music down here. We just have a bunch of weird sounds, all the good music.
Although in fairness, it is very appropriate for the area.
It's very
It is.
atmospheric.
All right, I'm gonna try. I don't think I got the right jump here. I'm gonna try. Oh, I got it, but I didn't do the right jump. But that was still relatively fast. I'm not getting any super drops.
Yeah, that
partially,
3 supers would normally be very Monka-esque. We're fine. We have 75 missiles.
Yeah, especially with me Kojakting. But yeah, only having 3 supers here is not great. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because I have so many regular missiles. It's not going to really make much of a difference. But man, they were pretty greedy.
Yeah, those were
There
stingy
with the super,
Metroids.
yeah.
But,
Also going to point out, you might have noticed that Kipp took off the Varia suit and took off the screw attack, and we're going to be using the. We need to take this off for a couple of strats coming up.
I think that was like a very small frame, maybe even a frame perfect shot there, running through that thing to slow my beam down. But anyway, I'm going to go for the baby Metroid skip here. Another really tough trick, sort of one of the iconic tricks of Super Metroid. We're going to attempt to avoid the sequence of it biting and draining Samus. See if I can get it.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Let's go.
Nicely
Nicely done.
Let's go. I had to take a few extra jumps because I was a little worried about the circle that the baby made. But anyway, now this is gonna in some ways seem kind of goofy because I don't remember exactly how much health I have in my reserves, but I actually don't want to dip below 700, and I'm at 739 at the moment. So I need to be careful. I just got trolled pretty badly by the turret there. I was expecting the Rinka to hit me, but I need to be careful not to get hit by Mother Brain, or at least not much, because if I can maintain...
Yeah, remember he took off Varia suit earlier, so
Yeah.
we did that for a reason.
Yeah, if I can maintain above 700 health, I can do what's called a stand-up glitch, and it'll allow me to stand up after I essentially kill Mother Brain 2. And it'll let me get early shots in for the Mother Brain 3 fight, which will save up to like 20 seconds or so, maybe
I
15.
feel like that, yeah. With this beam combo, I think it's 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is maybe the most cosmic brain part of the Nintendo Power % route is they got you just enough E-tanks
I know, right?
for you to do stand-up glitch.
I'm also going to point out, I talked about him taking off that screw attack before, so when he skipped those appetites, there are ways to do it without taking screw attack off. The way he did it, you need those iframes to get through those appetites, and screw attack would cancel those, so that's why you took that off earlier.
She was a little spicy there.
Fancy
that
movement
ketchup.
right there. So
Oh, yeah.
meatballs, onion rings, meatballs.
The fast food combination platter with the
Got 'em.
meatball.
All right, we're good, boys and girls. So,
We're about to get the Slurpee.
yeah, I just got to
Yep.
stand up. I got to get hit one time. Hopefully I don't do anything stupid and take extra damage. And, all right, we're good. Now I need to make sure that I don't get stuck in the floor, which if I do,
You got
luckily I
X-ray.
have the
You're fine.
X-ray, but I still prefer not to have to deal with it. All right, so now there's only like 2 other places where I can technically soft lock. I guess technically 3, but I'm going to play it pretty safe and try to avoid them. So I'm going to start hitting her with these charge shots after she turns fully gray. And these shots will count towards the Mother Brain 3 fight when I have the rainbow beam. So This is the last call for Saber Kill donations because here in about maybe a minute and a half, it's going to be over.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to snipe anything at this point,
This is the time to do it.
this is the time. If you want to preemptively counter snipe, now's the time too.
And I do want to say again, thank you to everybody who donated both ways. Obviously, the charity is the #1 most important thing here. So thank you guys for donating. I really appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, I just got a text message from one of my friends who said he's going to donate 500 to save the animals. So just a heads up. No one wants to counter that.
Oh, boy.
He's only got a few seconds to get
Better
it done.
get that in
so
pretty soon.
if he's planning on that snipe, let's see it for 1-up on Cancer.
Yeah, let's do it. But also, we need the counter snipe.
Yes,
Poor baby
it's about to be
Metroid.
it.
The baby!
See, the people in the background are upset that the baby died. It's so sad. Gonna be safe here and only do 5 shots. And ladies and gentlemen, that is every shot we need from Mother Brain 3. And all we got to do now is get off the planet. Are we gonna save or kill? Let's find out.
Oh, we just got a no, we don't have a $2 million donation to save the animals.
Oh, my.
So let me just refresh one last time.
Sure, go right ahead.
Yeah. And let me refresh this.
The suspense is killing me.
We'll just have to wait or pause or something. if
Yeah,
we
usually I
get-
give it like a 30-second buffer just in case, because
Sure,
if
that-
someone
I
really
have-
sniped, then it sucks that.
I have no problem with that. We still got about 30 seconds maybe before I literally have to make a decision.
Well, if you pause, that timer will stop.
That's true. Okay, last big trick of the run, pretty much coming up. I'm going to try to Behemoth Spark here. Hopefully I won't run past it. Let's
Nicely
go.
done.
All right, well,
Gotta know, I'm coming up on it right now.
Gotta have it.
so we are
Suspense is killing.
actually
Yes.
killing the animals.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Hey, we're going
Well,
to get into
congrats, Kipp, you got
106.
it.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
That was a lot better than what I would have expected, but GG, thank you
Time.
to everybody. Thank y'all so much. Hope you enjoyed the run. Once again, thanks to everybody from NoReset for having me. It's been a blast. I really appreciate it, and I think you guys are doing great work. Thank you to everybody
man.
on the couch, Tracy, Betty Rumble, Maniacal, Electronic Logic, and Rumblemans. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it. And technically, we get to chill here for just a few more minutes. It's not officially official until we get to the item percent, and it says 49% because that's a number that makes sense, right?
No, honestly, I don't care about that. I care about Deer Force.
Oh yeah, of
On
course
my
we gotta do the
watch,
Deer Force. That's
we're
right.
never going to miss a Deer Force with this game on my watch. That you have my word.
Okay, so did we get it in under 3 hours in-game time for the best ending?
I don't know.
That's what
it might be
Nintendo Power
close.
wanted. Let's see if we
don't
got
know.
it. Hey!
43.
It was
All right.
almost there. It was close.
Well, Kipp, great job.
Thank you very much. I had a blast. Thank you for having me.
Man, you were going too fast. I had a hard time keeping up with the splits. Honestly, I'm not used to having splits during a marathon. I did this specifically for you, like before the run, and like a lot of times I was getting texts like, "Oh, you missed that split. You missed that split." I'm like, "No, I didn't," and I'm like, "Oh, damn, I did."
Well, I appreciate you doing that for me. It's a very weird route, but I will say this about it. For anybody out there that's interested in getting into Super Metroid speedrunning, even though this is an extension category, it's still pretty fun to do, and it actually does give you a few extra missiles and energy tanks and things to make certain things comfortable. So if you're looking for something other than the regular 80% or the 100%, because that takes a long time, if you're looking for something to sort of ease your way in, this is actually not bad because it is designed for you to be able to beat the game without all the speed tech anyway, since it's the Nintendo
And
Power
there are a
Run.
few strats that we pointed out that do end up being used, like some of the wall jumps
Right.
that end up in there. So
Yeah.
Or
so-
they could have thought also that because at that point you don't know about the Etakuns and the chorus technically, so maybe they were relying on you being able to bomb jump up to Spazer.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
That's a good question.
Point.
Maybe
Never
so.
thought of that. Well,
remember
you
as a
could bomb
kid.
jump up to that reserve tank too if you want to.
That's true.
I'm sure a lot of people, if you're old enough in this audience or out there watching, I think we all probably soft locked the game at least once when we were kids, when we got to the Edakun part.
I reset
Yeah,
the beginning
yeah.
of the game.
I was like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, this was a trap. I'm not supposed to be here.
That save room is so trolling.
It took me so long. It also took me a long time. Like I got to spring ball, but I like couldn't wall jump up enough times to like actually get there. That took me a long time too.
Oh man. Well, that was amazing. So entertaining, and you know, like at NoReset, we do like having stuff that's kind of off the beaten path. You know,
Sure.
Like weird categories or weird games and stuff like that. So a rotating cap, that was good, man. I like that. I like that. All right, here it comes. Get ready for it. Those who know. Rib Gunpei Yokoi. Rest in peace.
F.
Great man.
I'm gonna take the microphone away from my mouth for this, so we can all yell. Here we go.
Dear Force!
Very nice.
There we
Oh,
go.
that didn't come through too loudly.
Rip headphone users.
All right, so there's Samus. The only thing I need to take umbrage with is, in my heart, Samus will always be a brunette, because I thought that's what she was in Metroid. So I have a bit of a problem with the remake of her being
I think
blonde,
I
but
think the
whatever.
outfit though is just a bit more tasteful in this one.
I
than
agree.
the
49?
original.
Let's go. All right. Thank you all very much. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, thanks to all my friends and crew out there that donated. I really appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next mission.
Awesome. See y'all next mission. And I got to say also, there's a bar right there. So if you're all about that, then it's Beer Force time. All right, everyone. We're not done yet. We still have 2 more runs to go today. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty is coming up next. The HD collection on the European Extreme difficulty, which means that just getting spotted is game over. If you trigger an alert, you're game over. And it's going to be on the PS3 with Tyler 2022. So we're going to do a quick preparation and a quick setup, and we'll be right back.